Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash the True Inferno. And I'm stuck at a dilemma here because as you can clearly see, there's a picture of Cameron, killer himself. Now, I had a tough decision regarding which album I should review this time around. Now, I have been in this dilemma in the past, you know, like the Kanye and Talib Kweli, just to name a few. But when it came to Cameron's album, and for which one I should review, it was a tough one. Let's look at his history real quick. And he got a grand total of 6 albums. One's supposed to be coming out this year called Purple Haze 2, which I will look into. And I have heard, aside from his mixtapes or his EPs, where he came out with like first of the month every first month of 2004, starting July 1st or whatever. We ain't gonna count that, nor his mixtapes, which I haven't heard at all. It was all about his straight up albums. I have heard every one of his albums except for his second one, SDE. And I'm trying to remember Crime Pays. I don't remember that one too well. But everything else I have heard, and despite the two I did not hear, to me, Cameron's best albums was his first one, Confessions of Fire, and his third one, Come Home With Me. So it brings up the question of which one of those two shall I review. And here's the problem. With Confessions of Fire, that one have more classic tracks. But Come Home With Me have more tracks that are just straight up fire. So I came down to the conclusion that, you know what, I'm going to review both albums in 2 straight weeks. So yeah, I had not done this with any other artist there is. Like, you can go all the way back to Busta Rhymes, When Disaster Strikes. I did that album, and then I have not touched anything Busta Rhymes related. Same with Big Pun with his Capital Punishment album. I have not touched anything else Big Pun. Jay-Z, Nas, you name it. I only review one album per artist up to this point right here. So that's going to change right here. So this week's going to be Confessions of Fire. Next week it's going to be Come Home With Me. So there you go. So well, it's not exactly a rule. It's just a rule I set for myself, but it's not a rule that I told y'all that. And that rule is I was only going to review one album per artist unless I reviewed a crap ton of albums. Then I'll circle back or whatever. That was a rule I made up for myself that I did not share with anybody, but I decided to break it. So here we go. Let's get into Confessions of Fire. So as I said, this is Cameron's first album. It was released on July 21st, 1998. So I have just got done with middle school and is going to enter high school. So I was going to be a 9th grader. It had 3 singles, which surprised me actually. So the first one, obviously, this is the one that really put Cameron over the map. Horses and Carrots, featuring Mace. That's the single that put him over the map. His second single was 357. His third single was Feels Good, featuring Usher. The album was certified gold by the RIAA with over 500,000 copies sold. This album took about a year for it to be recorded, and it was under Entertainment and Epic Records. Now, there was a crap ton of producers in here, but one really stood out more so than the others. Actually, no, I'll take it back. 2, actually. So the 2 that stands out more than the others are Lance Rivera, and I don't know how to pronounce his first name, ironically. So we're going to go with how I pronounce my first name. Darrell Digger Branch. So those 2 are responsible for the production of the majority of the beats that are used in this album. Also involved with the production is Damon Die Miller, Swizz Beats, Jermaine Dupri, Carl Solo, Trackmasters, David Prestige Vanderpool, Armando Collin, Daddy-O, and I believe that's it. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's basically it. Yep. So there you go. Now, as I said, there was 3 singles that was involved with this album, but I'm gonna get more on that in a second. Now, this album reached as high as number 6 on the US Billboard 200, and it was second in the US top R&B hip hop albums. So there you go with the chart. So basically this was a really good album, a very good debut album. Now there's 19 tracks in this album, and if memory serves me correctly, I want to say, no, 2 of them I know for a fact, 2 of them are skits. There's this one track, and I'll get more on that in a second. Matter of fact, let me just go through the name of these tracks. So the first track is called Intro. And this one is actually kind of funny. It's kind of long though, but it's kind of funny. Which leads into the second track, which is called Glory, featuring Noriega. So we got some star power already. And the second track was produced by Swiss Beats. Third track is one of the 3 singles, 357. Followed that by Rockin' and Rollin', which was produced by Jermaine Dupri, but he was not, well, I mean, you hear his vocals at the beginning, but he didn't lyrically perform in this song that he produced. Next track, on track number 5, is called Wrong Ones, followed by Death. Then the leading single for this album, the first single off of this album, Horses and Carrots, featuring Mace, followed by Me, My Moms, and Jimmy, featuring Kenny Green, Jimmy Jones, as he was known back then at the time, and Fred, how you pronounce this? Fredericker? Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Track number, oh my goodness, track number 9, Prophecy, featuring Kelly Price. I'll get more on that in a minute. Track number 10, We Got It, featuring, once again, Maze. Then, track number 11. Man, I'll get more on that in a minute. D Words. And let me spell that for you. D space R-U-G-S. So if you take out the space, you know what that really spells. Now that track featuring Brada. Track number 12 is called Feels Good, and that's the other single. That's the one featuring Usher. Track number 13 is the second skit off of this album called Phone Interlude. Track number 14 is called, and this is kind of funny, it's called A Pimp's a Pimp, featuring Jermaine Dupri, but yet he did not produce this track. He produced Rockin' and Rollin', but didn't perform in that track. But yet here he is under A Pimp's a Pimp. He didn't produce it or nothing like that, but yeah, he's in it. I kind of find that funny. Track number 15 is called Confessions, similar to the name of the album, and that one features Jacob York. I don't know who that is. Now track number 16, this one's the question mark, because I can't call this a song, because the problem here is, and let me get to the title. First of all, the title alone is just like crazy. The title, I Crap You Not, is this is funny. The title is called Fuck You, featuring Maze, right? So, and the funny part is, as my phone just went on, I think I got a text or something. The funny part is, oh my gosh. The funny part is, neither one of them, Cam or Mace, are singing. They're not rapping. They're not performing anything. They just talking. And then it's just funny. And then, but yeah, you hear somebody in the track go, fuck you. And actually, that's a sample from Puck. Oh, how you pronounce that? Oh, I guess the PH sound like an AF rather. So it's supposed to be. It's a sample from "Fuck You Sympathy" by Millie Jackson. So I mean, it's confusing. So I'm not even sure we could call it an actual track or a skit. So we're gonna call that a question mark. But either way, I still got to do a top 5. So there you go with that. Track number 17 is called "Me and My Boo," featuring Charlie Baltimore, followed by "Shanghai," another track done by Swiss Beats, and then track number 19 is called "Who's Nice." That joint is out cold, despite the skit at the beginning, which is kind of funny, but the track itself is nice. So there's 19 tracks. We're gonna say 3 of them are skits, and the beat used in Phone Interlude, by the way, is out cold. So I can give you all my top 5. So let's go focus now on the single. So again, there was 3 singles off of this album. I didn't even know that. I thought it was just one, real talk. So the first single is called Horse and Carriage. That one came out April 13, 1998. And that one was produced by the Trackmasters. And Cameron's childhood friend Mace was featured on the song too, which is, I didn't know they were childhood friends. So that was kind of cool. So the song narrowly missed the top 40 of the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at number 41. It also was a top 10 hit on both the R&B and rap charts, peaking at number 9 on both charts. It was the most, obviously this was the most successful of the 3 singles released from the album, as the 2 follow-up singles failed to make an impact on the charts. And oh, this is new. A remix was also released featuring Big Pun, Charlie Baltimore, Silk the Socker, and Roc-A-Fella. Actually, I think I did see the remix. I'm not saying heard the remix, but it's been so long ago. Now, this was produced by Darrell Digger Branch and sampled the opening theme to the 1980s TV series Night Court. So this was I think this was the only one out of the three that had a music video. I don't know about the other two. I can't really say. And a lot of people was in this one. Like I said, Jim Jones, Styles P, Roc-A-Fella, Noriega, Funkmaster Flex, Charlie Baltimore, DJ Clue, Cormega, and Cannabis. And ironically, Mace is not in the video. Even though he is featured on the song, he performs the hook, he's not in the video. So that's kind of interesting. Now the single itself, again, it reached number 41 on the Billboard Top 100, number 9 in both Hot R&B Hip Hop singles and tracks, and number 9 on the Hot Rap singles, but it was 17th in the Remnick, how you pronounce that word, Top 40 whatever. By the year end, it was 59 on the Billboard Hot R&B Hip Hop singles and tracks. So there you go with that. Now the other two singles, Feel Good featuring Usher, that was the second one, and that one made it all the way up to 54th on the U.S. R&B charts, and then the third single, 357, made it all the way up to 88 on the U.S. R&B charts. Real talk, Feels Good and 357, those are, I'll get more of those tracks later as far as why he picked those as singles. Oh, Horse and Carrots actually made it as high as number 12 in the UK charts as well. So there's that. Now, let me give y'all my favorite tracks off of this entire album. So every track on here is not bad. I mean, let me see. Yeah, every track on here is not bad. Like to me, the least favorite track off the whole album is Shanghai, and that one was just okay. Mostly because of the beat. Even though Shred's Beats was on it, and he the one who did the beat was like, supposed to get this Chinese type of feel, obviously with the title Shanghai, but still though, it's like, but you know, overall the track was okay. Now above that, everything else was like good or better. Me, My Moms, and Jimmy, that one was okay, was pretty good. Feels Good was good as well. A Pimp's a Pimp, despite the fact Jermaine Dupri was on the hook, that one wasn't bad. So I can't really hate on Jermaine on that one. Wrong Ones, that one was deep, so you know I like the deep ones, so that one was really good. Confessions featuring Jacob York, that one was interesting, very interesting and unique, so that one was good as well. We Got It featuring Mace, and notice how Mace was on this album like all over the place, by the way. We Got It was good as well, and actually, yeah, the We Got It was really good, cause I really like the beat. The beat was around the area of something that old school Nas would rap off of. I mean, I crappy Nas, so it was really good. Glory featuring Noriega was good. 357 was out cold as well. Now here where we get to some of my favorites. Me and My Boo featuring Charlie Baltimore was really good. And Rockin' and Rollin', despite the beat was produced by Jermaine Dupri, that one was really good as well. In fact, that one missed out on my top 5. So let's get to that point. Number 5 is Death. So this one is really good because in this one it's like Cameron talking to Dev. Apparently Cameron just got shot and Dev came like, yo man, Dev is really calling here. It's that time and blah blah blah. So Cameron supposed to be having a rap discussion with Dev forever. So, but aside from that, the beat was all cold, man. It really is. Number 4 is Prophecy featuring Kelly Price. And if you were to, this beat that was used for this, man, it's just too deep. It's too deep. I was like, man. When we heard this earlier today, man, I was like, ooh, that beat was nice. And this is just number 4. Number 3, one of the best singles ever, right? I'm calling it right now. This is one of the best singles ever. Horse and Carrots featuring Mace. The beat on this was out cold, man. When I first heard it, really, this is the only reason why I've been like somewhat of a Camera fan. Because of Horse and Carrots. This was the single that made me go and get this album, and the album as a whole did not disappoint. Now I did miss out on the second single, but from the third single on up, all the way up to his last, I think I call them singles like a retard. I mean albums. All the way up to his last album, which I missed out on. Cameron didn't really disappoint, and it all started with Horses and Carrots, but yet it's only number 3 on this list. So that means the top 2 are classics. Horse and Carrots, excuse me, is a class in itself. So you know the top 2 are class as well. And let's get to that. Number 2, Who's Nice. The beat on that is out cold. The lyricism style is out cold. And it was a tough one between this one and number one. I was like, ooh, which one should be number one? But I had to bring Who's Nice down because of that skit. That skit at the beginning, it was kind of long for me. Even though it was kind of funny, because there was some funny quotes in that skit, but it was like, it's just too long. I want to get to the track. I want to hear the beat. I want the beat to drop. It was, so. But Who's Nice, that's a classic, man. When that beat came up, man, woo. But number one goes to D-Works. Oh my gosh. When you just hear the beginning, man, you just gotta stop whatever it is you're doing and just chill and listen to this from start to finish, and maybe even put on repeat. It is that dope. D-Works featuring Brother is that dope. It's one of my favorite tracks ever, man. D-Works, man. And there's a message in it. So, man, whew, that's all I got to say about it. Now, let's go to the professional ratings. Well, there was only one that gave it a professional rating. That was AllMusic. And for some dumb reason, they gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Now, what do I give this album? This is a classic. This is 5 out of 5. You should go and buy a physical copy and have it in your collection. I got it, so you should too. That's where this album is at. It is that good. There's just like, again, there's 3 classics, and Prophecy is at that borderline of being a 4th classic. And there's a lot of good to fantastic tracks on this album. So yeah, you should go out, physically buy this album, and keep in your collection. It's that good, 5 out of 5. So yeah, there you go. And next week, I'm going to review Come Home With Me. I can't wait for that one. I really can't wait for that one, because that one got a crap ton of fire in it. So there you go with that, man. Y'all know who this is. This is the new Jay Gatsby, aka Jane Ryan II, saying peace out, y'all, and see y'all next time. Yeah.